Good evening. Showing a modification I made to a Consew industrial sewing machine to allow you to put it in reverse without having to hold the reverse lever down. One of my frustrations with sewing with the industrial type machines is when you were trying to start the work, you had to hold the work and the thread to keep it from pulling out, but yet if you wanted to backstitch a little bit, you had to hold the reverse lever down, and I just ran out of hands. So I made a modification to the machine, which included another foot pedal on the bottom. So when you push down on that pedal, it automatically puts it in reverse. And then you've got the original foot pedal that will make it go forward. And it works very nice. It's nice and smooth. It works perfect every time. So here's what's underneath the sewing machine. I added another pedal made out of a piece of fiberglass, and there's a stud that sticks out of the treadle. So the first little bit you push down puts it in reverse, and then it hits that steel stud, and it depresses the regular treadle. And there's a cable that goes up and attaches to a small turnbuckle, and then to a spring, and then to an aluminum bar that actually pulls down on the lever. The spring is necessary because after the pedals push down a bit, and when it starts to push down on the treadle, it needs that give. And here's the mechanism. It's a piece of 1" by 1/8 aluminum bar and an L bracket that attaches up to the bottom of the sewing machine base. And then the bar can pull down on the reverse lever. On the end of the bar is a gadget called a rod end. You can get them at some hardware stores or McMaster Car. I got this at an airplane supply place. Probably a clevis yoke would work also. These rod ends typically came with a national fine thread, so I had a little trouble finding fine thread, all thread, to extend up through the table. I was able to find that at Fastenal. And the top mechanism is just the all thread goes up just through an aluminum bar. I use lock nuts on both sides, so when you want to tilt the head out of the way, you can just rotate that around and get it out of the way or put it back in place. And I also put a little copper sleeve through the table because the all thread acts kind of like the saw teeth on the wood, and it wanted to grip a little bit. But with that aluminum sleeve in there, or copper sleeve in there, it doesn't grip anymore. So one more view from the side. You can see the bracket that attaches to the table, then the aluminum bar that comes back over to the rod end that pulls down on the all thread. So it's simple. It works very well.